Hello, everyone, and welcome. I hope you've all had a good weekend. To those of you in Canada, I know this is a long weekend, and I hope you're enjoying the last day of it. And I'm just hopping on here to talk a little bit about the video that I posted yesterday, because I think Sophie spoke so brilliantly and so eloquently about grief and the grief journey. And so I want to take a couple of these Facebook Lives this week and kind of unpack a bit of what she was talking about, because there was a lot of information in what she was saying in a really short period of time, which those TED Talks are great for. But still, we want to unpack that a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about denial today, and we'll kind of go through each of the steps she was talking about. But so denial is that place of just absolutely refusing to believe that your beloved is gone. And in our refusal to believe it, then we push away all of the sadness and the sorrow that we feel anytime we think about them not being there anymore. And I know certainly in the early stages, after my mom died, after my dad died, after my godfather died, I remember in those early stages constantly pushing that reality away. So here's the thing. In the early stages, we naturally dose ourselves, and that's an important thing to remember. If you are in the early stages of your grief and you are dosing yourself, please disregard what I'm about to say, because we handle things when we're ready to handle them. And in the very early stages, we need that time. We need that bit of disbelief and that numbingness that's happening. Eventually what happens is that numbness kind of gives way to the sadness and to the sorrow. If when it starts to naturally give way to the sadness and the sorrow, we push it out, and as Sophie says in her brilliant lecture, we put a note on it, return to sender, and then we're done with it. We just go into this kind of numbed out place. The danger of that is that we continue to live a numbed out existence. And the more we sit with the denial, the more we feel disconnected from our lives, because we're really numbed out. And so we're not experiencing joy, we're not experiencing sorrow, we're not experiencing any of the emotions, because we've quite deliberately blocked it out and numbed it out. And so that threshold, that moment when the sadness and the sorrow is coming in, and I remember with my mom when that moment hit, and I was in her bathroom, and I had actually hit my finger against the sink, and it really hurt, and I just started crying, and the crying became wailing, and the wailing was just this huge release. And I remember saying out loud, I can't do this, this is too hard, I can't do this. And it was at least a bit of the relief and the release of it all. So if you are finding that you are stuck in this kind of numbed out place, refusing to believe that they're gone, and anytime any emotion around it comes up, you're distracting yourself, you're watching television more than you normally would, or you don't allow any quiet time anywhere in your space. There's no time that is quiet or downtime. You're keeping yourself really busy. You're constantly calling people, but you're not really talking about what's going on for you. All of these are ways that we push that feeling away, and we push away our need to connect. So if you're finding you're doing this and you're looking for a better way to go through your grief, I ask you to please give me a call, put a message for me in the message box. Let me know that you want to connect, and we will set up a time to connect by phone and talk through what's going on in your world. There is a better way to go through the grief, and it can happen with ease and grace. I've had lots of success with clients, and a number of them are now writing testimonials for me. So I'm actually going to be putting some of those up here as well, so that you can kind of see from other people who have been through it that it's possible to go through your grief in a way that is not suffocating you and that is not stymieing you. So if you're in any kind of pain, agony, stuckness around this, please know there's a better way. Message me and we'll get you those same results I get my other clients. Much love to you all. Until next time, namaste.